Whether you're dating for money or you're dating for love, I do not think you are wrong. On both grounds, you are right. Your reasons are valid. The question is, what undergirds those reasons? Why are you dating for love or why are you dating for money? Welcome to another episode on today's video. I'm going to be showing you I think are the more important issues undergirding this conversation. A lot of times people say, no, you should date for love. A lot of times people say you should go after financial stability. But then what exactly should you be looking out for? I think if you're dating for love, you're absolutely right. I mean, if you're dating for money, I do not think you're wrong either. But I think we need to examine what undergirds these two philosophies and why I think we need to strike a balance if we're going to see it from a healthy perspective. Now, when you say someone should choose their partner, should date with a preference on love and on how they feel about that person, their attraction to that person, the chemistry with that person, it's often a function of some certain level of stability in their lives and what they really want. When somebody seems to give a preference to financial stability, career, like call it stability, somebody who is on a thriving career that is projected to do better and phenomenally well, and in turn turn into a more stable financial future, there's something that's undergirding that. So I do not necessarily think that this conversation should be dropped down to where it's always dropped down to, and which is a conversation of greed. A lot of people believe that if you have financial stability as a top priority on your dating kidda and your list, that means you're just a gold digger, be you a man or a woman. And I don't think so. I personally don't think that people dating above their class or below their class is a problem, even though I started to think at a point in my life that people should actually date their social classes, which is what happens actually. But let's not dive. I digress. Back to the point. I think that when you start to bring the money down to greed, you kind of water play and downplay some very fundamental issues, which is what I want to talk about today. So when somebody has a tendency to be more let's say particular when they talk about who they are choosing, who they are dating, or who they want to be with, as regards their financial stability, their future, some certain level of financial security. I think it's a function sometimes of trauma, of where they've been, of what they've come through. People who have maybe walked out of poverty or are coming from a background where they've really struggled financially, they don't want to go back. They don't want to go back. So it's not unusual for them to say, okay, I think I actually just want to, you know, be with somebody who is going to be more financially stable, who's going to do better financially, who's not going to remind me or have me thinking I'm going back to where I'm coming from. Of course, when it has to do with money, there's always a thin line. If you don't discipline yourself enough and state out what you want, money can have you by chokehold. Money can have you being a slave to it, and you will see it affect every area of your life. You see, money accounts for a significant number of divorces. So we have to have the conversation. We have to have the conversation. So when we say that you're dating for money, I think underlying that sentence is a whole lot that people don't unpack. You're not just dating for money. You're actually probably dating for security. You're dating for comfort. You're dating for freedom. You're dating for the ability to choose the kind of life you want to live. You're dating for the ability to be free from what you believe was maybe where you're coming from. You're dating for the ability to maintain a particular kind of lifestyle. For some people, they're already in a social class, yeah, and so they don't want to live. They're already there. They don't want to live, and that means whoever they come into an alliance with, dating, relationship, marriage has to kind of be there because they don't think anybody who is not there is going to help them stay there. They're probably going to pull them back, you see. So, underlying that ideology, underlying that whole idea of dating for money over dating for love, I think are so many other issues that we need to talk about. Another really big thing, which has stemmed off some of the things I've spoken about, is insecurity. If you are finding that your decision is being spurred by insecurity, you're going to have to deal with the insecurity. And I'm not saying that the insecurity should change your mindset about, oh, I'm dating for money. I'm saying that the insecurity should be dealt with so that you do not have that whapping every other good thing that comes up in your life. Because if you have financial insecurities, it's going to affect every other area of your life. And even when you step into seemingly financially secure situations, you might still have a way of sabotaging yourself based on those money insecurities that you have. So you want to ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I need to be with somebody who is, you know, why is money a top priority on my dating list? Financial stability, why is it so important to me? I think when you itemize that, you're able to deal with, okay, is this trauma? Okay, is this insecurity? How can I fix it? What do I do? How do I change the narrative? How do I fix the problem? I think when you're able to do that, it kind of helps you. And then if you're dealing with a need to, a fear of losing something that you have, you also want to deal with that, because sometimes it can fog, and I'm not talking about just your dating life, it can fog other decisions, even financial decisions that you make, if you're not able to break out of the insecurities and the fears that can, hound hound how do you say, dogs, yeah, that can hold you about money. So you want to fix those issues if you find them out. And I often say, when people, I ask myself this question, and I often say it as well, when people say they want money, what do you really want? I don't think people just want money. They want what money can afford them. They want the freedom. Some people want the luxury. Some people want the ability to choose. Some people want the freedom of time. They want to be able to do with their time what they really want. Some people want to live a certain kind of life. Some people want to afford some certain comforts. Some people want to be able to do their social impact work. They want to be able to influence lives, do great things for humanity. Some people want to influence research. Some people want to help their country, where they're coming from, people from their locality, their communities. People want money for different things. So I think it's very important to know why you really want a certain level of financial stability, a certain level of financial life. What is your goal really? And if you're able to base it on things that are very solid, things that are not vain, things that are lasting, it kind of helps you realign and solidify your values. So rather than just say, I just want money, money is driving my decisions in a relationship, you're able to now say, shoot, wait, I actually want this. I want freedom of choice. I want to be able to make these decisions for my children. I want to be able to give my family this kind of life. And these are the kind of things I'm working towards. You see. Now, this now helps your dating decisions and kind of puts you in a better position to now pick. So you're not just going to be saying, okay, I'm dating money over love, and then you go pick somebody who, you know, who is just not it because you were dating for financial status. I know obviously people who do that don't always do that, but sometimes if you do not state out why you actually want that financial security, you might find yourself in that situation. Now, let's come to the area of love. Love is a beautiful thing. I think it's super important. I think it's very, very important. But then I think when you base, oh, I just want to have chemistry, I just want to have attraction, I just want to feel this person should feel me. Ah, that's great. Not bad. Not bad at all. But fam, chemistry is important. Attraction is good. But sometimes it's not always the most important thing when you're dating. And don't get me wrong, I don't think you should actually date somebody you don't feel attracted to. But I think there are also a lot of things that you must put and on a priority. Because if you just base it off on love, so many people have married who love themselves. In fact, so many people have divorced who love themselves. And there's no doubt about it, they love themselves so much. So why you should have other things that kind of support that decision, not just a love guarded decision. I don't think a love guarded decision is enough. In your pedestal of dating, there should be common grounds, there should be personality matchings, there should be things that are also important to you. And that's where you bring in the conversation of financial stability. You need to, I feel like you need to have made certain level of deep thinking progress in your own life to now start to think in that dimension. So I see the whole money dating, love dating as emotion stretched, logic stretched, you see. So if you're able to bring a healthy balance of both, I think it kind of gives you what you should be working with. So I think you should actually date for love and for money, but not in the sense that it is sold. I think you should date with your heart, but also with your brain. You see, you should, because now the way the dating is, I'm going to talk about it, and you should look out for that video. The way dating is working, the streets are red. So you want to ensure that you're dating a lot with your brain. It's an intelligent search. You're ruthless. You're very selfish. Yeah, when you're dating, you're looking out for yourself, because nobody's gonna look out for you. You've got to look out for yourself, and that does not leave so much room for being hopelessly in love that you do not now see red flags. You do not now take caution. You do not listen when your instincts are telling you something is off here, just because you feel an overwhelming level of attraction to someone. You see, then you must not be so fixated in your logic that you can now not see past to the things that matter to you, to the value systems that are important to you, to the belief systems that, to the common grounds that you hold with this person, and even the possibilities and what that person is. I'm not talking of just potential, but hard work, the ethics of a life that is successful. Are they putting it in the ground? Are they putting their seed in the ground? Are they working at it? Are they willing to go hard? Are they willing to, not be ashamed to search for what they want and find it? You don't want to have that and then be hell bent that you must marry a billionaire. Sometimes you have to be practical. I think having the ethics and having the what do they call this thing in finance? I'm not in finance, guys, but there's this thing they call it. I think there's the credit, something credit. So credit, you have like a good credit record. Yeah. So having that credit record, that's like they have a past of history of actually moving in a particular direction. You've seen them grow. You've seen that they've actually come far a long way from where they've been before. I think that's sufficient. You see, that's sufficient. So you don't want to stretch both extremes. And I think that anytime people date for love, it's valid. Anytime people date for money, it's valid. But I think you should merge both. In the sense, I'm not saying you should have money written all over your forehead. No, but you should have logic that makes you think about financial stability, think about other aspects of a relationship other than just the chemistry, emotional, love. You see, because when we talk about love, we just talk about the attraction, the chemistry. There's also the other things, the friendship, the compatibility, your ability to work together, the synchronicity of your values, common grounds, because it is those things that give you the power to decide to love your partner every day, even when chemistry is not at its all-time high. So you need to look at those things. And I think when you bring a balance of logic and emotions, kind of gets you to where you want to be. Thank you for listening to this video. I am Krymkat, here helping you build healthy relationships. And I'm super happy that you watched till the end. And if you're interested in learning how to survive dating, if dating is outdated, because I've talked a lot about dating in this video, you want to watch this next video, and I know it's going to do so much for you. Please share with your friends. Give a thumbs up. It tells the algorithm that this video should recommend it to others. And comments, share. I'll be looking forward to your comments. Please send me questions. I have a link below, or you can leave your questions in the comment box. I'll reply to them. Thank you so much, and this is me leaving you with so much love. Till next time.